discuss the auto sector if we can, because Hormazd Sorabjee is expected to join us anytime now. He's, of course, the editor from Autocar India. Hormazd, hi, good to be speaking with you. Well, we thought to get a sense check as far as this Mahindra launch is concerned, because there's a lot of buzz around it. There are a lot of headlines talking about how the bookings have been in a matter of 60 minutes, in a matter of a day, etc. But talk to us about the reality. I'm sure you have tried and tested this one. Is it really that good that people would be lining up for this one?
Yeah, I think, they've come out all guns blazing with this 3XO. It was sort of like a do or die for them because they've not really, this one segment, they've not been competitive in at all. And they really want to grab market share. So I think they've genuinely wowed the market with a product that's very high on features, has got a lot of tech on it and at a very, very good price. So I think from what I understand, all the bells and whistles, the features it has really wowed customers, and they've come, to the showrooms. But of course, this is a long-term game. At the end of the day, you've got a player like Maruti, which doesn't give you much. It's almost like a bare car compared to the 3XO, but yet it sells in a lot of numbers. So that what that tells you is that things like service and reliability in the end turn out to be a key factor. So that's what Mahindra will have to deliver on as well to keep the sustained, let's say interest and demand. But for now, a fantastic start. They've really, kicked it off really well. And I think from what I understand, very, very strong interest in it. And genuinely, the product is really good. I was quite surprised with it, especially the petrol engine, very strong, very punchy, and it rides very well. Few negatives like the boot space is still a bit small. But again, the interior's very well done, a lot of space, again, lots of features. So I think the wow factor is something that has really dazzled customers.
Dazzled they have been, definitely. So, Hormazd, I guess what you're trying to say is that it's a tough competition to the likes of Maruti Brezza, Tata Nexon, Tata Punch, etc. as well. But, M&M's medium-term strategy is to become the, top two players in compact SUV versus number 5, which I think they are currently now. Do you really see them living up to that? Because in terms of the pipeline that they had and the conversations you've been having with people, do you see this as an achievable target for Mahindra and Mahindra?
Well, I think if you look at where they are as in terms of product, there's a lot of competition here. You've got the Koreans, don't forget. You've got the Venue and the Sonnet, which are very competitive. But then everyone else can also play the price game. So it really remains to be seen, how the others react. Typically, it's Tata Motors who's typically reacted by cutting prices on some of the products to keep it going. Don't forget, Nexon is the mainstay of the Tata range. It is their number one seller, and Tata Motors will do a lot to kind of guard its turf. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of action in terms of might even be pricing, going forward. Clearly, in terms of product, Tata have just revamped their the Nexon right now, and I think in terms of what Mahindra offers as a product. The 3XO is definitely better than the Nexon in most aspects, especially the powertrain. So I think Mahindra definitely has the edge over there. But Nexon itself is a very strong brand. They've been it's at times been the best-selling car in the market period. So it's got multiple options. It's got an EV version. So I think there's that the brand is very strong, the Nexon brand. And that's what will continue to give Tata Motors a number. But I think the 3XO, a really formidable competitor, and definitely has the potential to eat away at the Nexon numbers.
Okay, so 3XO better than Nexon in a lot of regards, but clearly Tatas would not be ready to recede their market share as yet, given the strong brand presence that they have. The other thing I wanted to discuss with you, Hormazd, are these recent headlines talking about how government is not perhaps in favor of doling out any SOPs to any SOPs to the hybrid vehicles. Do you think this is something which might delay that entire EV and the hybrid game for Maruti a bit?
No, not at all, because I think Maruti was going ahead with its hybrid plan, irrespective of the SOPs, if any would be given. That would only be a bonus. I think Maruti, no company will do a business plan based on an assumption that there will be, some kind of incentives given. I mean, I don't think anyone would do that, and Maruti certainly hasn't. That would be too much of a gamble. I think they've made a business plan and they've made make it work by adopting a very effective, cost-effective technology, which is the series hybrid. It's a really smart move. It's like it's not it's not what is being used internationally so much. Everyone's gone to a parallel series hybrid, much more complex and actually superior. But the series hybrid, for budget vehicles, for city vehicles, it really suits the purpose, and that's what Maruti is banking on, and no one else is doing a series hybrid as yet. So I think that's where Maruti will have the edge in terms of cost.
Hormazd, on that note, we let you go. Thanks so much for making time and speaking with us. But since we
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.